getting ready to play a game of The Bell of Treason, 1938 Munich Crisis in Czechoslovakia. This is from GMT Games, which was kind enough to send this to me, and I'll put a link to my unboxing in the description below. This is part of their lunchtime series of games, which are kind of shorter games that you can play over a lunchtime. Imagine that. And also follows in a series of games that started off with Fort Sumter from Mark Herman, and then Red Flag Over Paris, and now this. This one is dealing again with 1938 Munich Crisis, which kind of is a lead up to World War II. And if I get my timing right, I'm going to post this on September 30th, which will be the anniversary of the Munich Agreement, which was by Nazi Germany, United Kingdom, France, and Italy. And the agreement provided for German annexation of part of Czechoslovakia called the Sudetenland, where 3 million people, mainly ethnic Germans, lived. And this is what this game is about. You're basically going to be peddling influence. This isn't your traditional war game. The cubes really kind of represent influence and support for the proposition of should Czechoslovakia defend the advances of Germany, or should they kind of concede to it. And so you've got two sides. The white side is going to be, on the side of Germany, and the green side is on the side of opposing or defending Czechoslovakia. And you have different areas. You're going to have international, and there's the United Kingdom there. So you're going to be putting cubes in there, and the white represent the one that are siding with Germany or want to go with the conceding to the demands, and the green are defending. Then you've got political. So this is political Czechoslovakia. You've got military, and you've got public. All right. And so you're going to be playing cards out of these decks. You're going to get a hand of 5. You're going to play 4 of them, and then put one for the final decision. So your last turn will be just 3 cards to do whatever final thing you need to do on the board. There are 3 rounds, as you can see here: round 1, round 2, round 3. Starts off at partial mobilization, and as you can see, there's some cubes on the side here. The green, those will come in play for the green, and the white come in play for the green come in play for the green. The green come in play for the defend, and the white come in play for the concede. And these come in play when these are German disc, and when something triggers this, they'll go on the board, and you'll get that on the board as well. You also have these pools. Each side starts off with 6, but then you can actually go into these other pools. But when you do that, you're giving up. There's more cubes for your opponent. When you do that. So if you break into this box here, you're getting 4 cubes, but you're giving your opponent extra cubes, and the same is true on that side of the table. This also cuts in. If you get to this box, not only is there an advantage for your opponent, but you also cut into victory points there as well. There is a turn track here, or a sequence of play, I should say. How you play the game. There's your sequence of play, strategy cards. There's pivotal space bonus action. The star spaces are pivotal spaces so you get a bonus action there, and then you got final decision and victory. There's also a solitaire variant on this. I'm going to try to hopefully have an opponent on this, but if I don't, I'll try to do a solitaire. And you can play against either. You can play against the concede solo opponent. So this would be you're playing the defend or the green side against the white, or you can choose to play against the where's it at now? Oh, I guess it's in the box. Oh, it's on the back side of this. Here we go. So you can play against the defend solo opponent. That's kind of a neat thing. You can go against either one of these. That was not in Fort Sumter. I think that came in Red Flag Over Paris, this solo bot treatment or variant. Anyway, there you have it. I'm going to get ready to play. I'm probably not going to do a play-by-play. I'll probably just play it, hopefully opposed, otherwise solo, and then let you know what the final results are for the Bella Treason. This doesn't take that long to play. I don't have Red Flag, but I did play Fort Sumter quite a bit. But it's been a long time, so I got to get back into the rules and read a little bit about what I'm going to be doing here for the Bella Treason. Take care. Well, I'm back, and how did we do? Well, I ended up playing this opposed, and I lost. So my youngest is schooling me on some history here. So here is the final situation. As I said before, you go through 3 rounds, and then you have a final round where you just have 3 cards instead of 4, and then you go through those cards, but you don't score the way you would normally score. After each round, normally you would go look at who has control of these pivot spots, and they get to do some actions like moving and adding or moving some stuff, and then you score each of the dimensions. So the international, the political, the military, and the public. At the end of the game, for the final decision, you only score international and wait a second. You only score. Make sure I got that right there. Political and military. You only score political and military, and then you see how you end up, right? Now, the only way that the defend can win, meaning that when you're saying defend, that is the group that is trying to not give up part of its country or succeed the Sudetenland to Germany. And so the only way for them to win is they have to have more victory points. And you have this kind of sliding scale here on victory points. The most that the defend ever got up to was 1. If you get up to 2, you start getting these rolls, and that means that Hitler's getting nervous and he's going to try to do an invasion or something, and that could mess up. That could end the game quicker. But the most they could ever get up to 1, and as they ended up here, they ended up at 0. So you have to have at least 1 victory point to win the game. The defend player has to have at least 1 victory point and have sufficient cubes in the president spot, or put pressure on the president spot to win. So you have to have. I didn't have any cubes in this. The green did not have any cubes in this space, so that didn't do it. But it had 2 cubes in this space, which does, as you can see this line here, it does exert pressure on there. But alas, I only did not have a victory point, so lost. So this is a very, very tight game. Did not see the big swings in victory points in this game because it was played very, very tight. For the most part, the defend held the public. The kind of spoiled scoring chances for the concede on the international, and then they kind of traded off on who had political. The concede had the political most of the time, but the defend did get some of the military from time. So, yeah. So I like this game. It's got a little bit some different nuances from Fort Sumter. As I said, I have not played Red Flags or Paris, which I like to get a hold of that and try that one out as well. But this, I think I can probably get this solo. I think solo you do not do an objective deck or do not play card. I think you just play cards out of the hand blind, I think, for the solo play. I'll have to take a look at that when I get a chance. But it plays pretty quick. I mean, the rules kind of came back to me. Again, there's some new nuances here because of this situations like this track here, mobilization. Did not get to be able to mobilize and get those cubes out. The opposition did break into their supply there. That gave up some extra cubes. So yeah, there you have it. It was played very, very tight game. And yeah, like it. You should check it out. If you're interested in this topic and want something that you can play in 30 to 45 minutes, then this probably is a game to look at. Also, I said that the Munich Agreement was done on the 30th. I think that's when it was signed. That's what I could find online. But in the back of the playbook here for the Bella Treason, there's a lot. There's a example of play, both 2-player and solo in here. But there's also this agreement, the actual agreement, which is reached on the 29th of September. So I'm going to post this on the 30th, but just know that I think it was, looks like it's signed there too, but looks like it was reached on the 29th of September. So you guys tell me where I'm off, but you can do a slow, do a pause if you want to read the agreement. I'll also put a still of it in the after this video. Anyway, thanks all for stopping by, and you know, we have to know our history, otherwise we're doomed to repeat it. Something like that. Take care. Thanks for watching.